Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, guys?
Welcome back to Northwest Trenches podcast.
The seasonal allergies podcast, where we talk about how our lives are horrible because it's the spring. Get that? Why do I actually look like I have allergies? Holy shit!
I think it's just
I don't
how
even
red
have
your
allergies
nose
this
is.
year. Yeah, I kind of scratched it a little bit. It was a little itchy. Maybe I willed it onto myself. I'm gonna get allergies now.
Is that a new spell in Dungeons and Dragons? You can cast on somebody flu symptoms.
Yeah. Well, that's the pipeline, dude. Like talking about allergies, then you get allergies. The next thing is like colorectal cancer. I mean, that's the pipeline, dude.
For me, it's complain about the left side of my body last week on the pod.
Yeah.
And now it is, I have a sinus issue that has now been going for 4 weeks.
Have you thought about taking a power drill to it?
Well, that used to be me doing snot rockets as much as possible to get it all out. And now I can't do it anymore. Like, I try and it's just air. There's nothing coming out, but I'm still like filled up with mucus and bullshit. That's how it's turning out.
Yeah, that's really actually.
It makes me think my voice sounds super different, but I can't tell at all.
I don't think it actually does. I didn't notice anything these past 4 weeks.
And I was recording yet another video project thing. This time it is the Cleveland Browns video that I had 12 pages for, and I enjoyed talking about it.
Yeah, talking about old Cleveland.
I talked about
Cleveland show.
I talked about like 5 different teams too.
You talk about Rollo.
What the f*** is Rollo?
Rollo from Cleveland show.
Oh, that guy.
Video you're working on, right? Cleveland show video.
It's yeah, I'm talking about how Cleveland Jr. used to be a different guy, and then they made him look different.
Yeah.
I think
dude, that actually,
childhood obesity ruined that kid.
Yeah, it's really screwed up how they did Cleveland Jr.
Yeah. Like, they introduced a whole different guy in, like, season 4 or something of Family Guy. And then they introduced a totally different kid in the Cleveland show.
Yeah. No, I've seen all the Family Guy and Cleveland conspiracy theory videos. I'm, like, tuned in on this shit, you know? Yeah, no, dude, that should be a good video about the Cleveland show.
Yeah.
Retrospective.
I talk about the Titans for like 0.1 seconds. So
because they're the only team worse than the Browns right now.
Exactly. And all they did was draft a quarterback that I don't even like. So the chances of them improving is pretty thin.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. I don't see I see I don't know. I feel like nobody gives a shit about the Tennessee Titans.
No.
Like, in general, like, viewers watching the show, and I feel like the NFL doesn't even give a shit about the Tennessee Titans.
Ever since Derek left, it's been a shit show. I'll admit it. It's just been horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe 66 years from now, they'll be good again.
Yeah.
And when that's the case, some random NFL editor 66 years from now will clip this and put it in promotional material.
Yeah, they'll be like, these guys were ahead of their time.
I can't believe they figured out the Tennessee curse all these years ago.
No, we'd be like Vincent Van Gogh, basically, of like podcasting and talking about the Tennessee Titans. That's the Vincent Van Gogh we'd be.
Speaking of podcasting, a similar situation is occurring with streaming. Popular streamer Kai Cenat is doing
we got
the
Kai Cenat, man. Kai Cenat.
He's doing the Streamer University.
Mom's out mowing the lawn. I can be a little rowdy here. Let's do a Kai Cenat. Hey, yo, this is Bam Margera, this is make fun of Kai Cenat and say the N-word. Yo, chat, yo, I got the baby coming in, man. I got the baby coming in. I'm on stream with the baby. Yeah, that's my Kai Cenat impression.
Yeah, Kai Cenat, he's doing Streamer University, where he invited like 100 other streamers and then 20 more for professors and then like 20 extra people for camera.
They should get, do you know who What If Alt Hist is?
I think I do, weirdly.
His name's like Rudyard Rutger or some shit like that, but he would make these alternate history videos, and then he like kind of went off the deep end with like ayahuasca and shit like that, I guess. And like he would like do these debates. God. And the only debate I saw him do good in was one against Vaush, which really isn't saying much, you know.
Yeah. Or Vaush,
but he would just
like that.
Whatever that piece of shit horse fucker pedophile's name is. But fucking he just went off the deep end with like ayahuasca, and he would like get bodied in all these debates because he's frying his brain by doing ayahuasca all the time. And he is a pretty, I can tell he has a high IQ. He's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
But he's making himself stupid with the ayahuasca. But they should have him teach a class about like a subject he's really passionate about.
Yeah.
So that the outcome of the lesson is just this super twisted, distorted version of what he's supposed to be fucking actually talking about. Just like his videos nowadays.
They should have done a Bert from Fish Tank Season 3 class where he talks about how to entertain.
They should have put him on the fucking Streamer University. Imagine him on, dude.
Exactly. They should have had Mizzy on there too, singing.
Yeah, imagine if we got fucking Gold Bert.
Gold Bert.
Gold Bert means Kai Cenat. I mean, come on.
Can you imagine fucking Sam Hyde having a class and it's called How to Piss Off iDubbbz 101?
Yeah. Yo, what's up? This is racism class. Take your seats. Yo, what's up? This is Be Mean to Asian People class. Take your seat.
They have Streamer University, but it's just Hassan for 12 hours as a class.
That'd be the worst fucking shit ever. If you ever... See, I always thought math class was kind of a fucking stupid time sink for me, like in school. But if I had Hassan Piker class, dude, you could not pay me to show up to fucking Hassan Piker class. And I wouldn't even cut classes. I cut class like twice in my entire school career.
Hassan Piker mystery class, and it's just him talking about Israel for the entire time.
Yeah, Hassan Piker class comes with a rope when you sign up, so you can fucking hang yourself.
Hassan Piker class comes with a Quran, so you can disrespect it however you want.
Yeah. And the Quran. What's going on with the Quran?
Maybe they could have.
That's our new show. What's going on with the Quran? Where we talk about what's going on there.
That could definitely be like a Ben Shapiro special.
That very well could be a Daily Wire.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to What's Wrong with the Quran.
Welcome to What's Going On with the Quran.
Today, I'm gonna poop and shit.
I am Jewish. I read the Talmud. This is not the Talmud. This is the Quran. I don't like Muslim people. I don't like brown people.
Taking this out of context would be horrible. Don't do that.
Yeah, this is a Ben Shapiro impression of him doing his hit segment, What's Going On with the Quran.
What's going on with the Quran?
What's going on with the Quran?
They could do a 20-minute segment in Fox News where it's just Ben Shapiro talking about the Quran.
You know, that segment would actually probably, like, They probably would have done that like 2005 on Fox News,
Yeah.
like during like the height of the Iraq War and shit. Like, what's going on with the Quran? All right, guys, let's see what's going on in this fucking book.
Yeah, it's kind of like how there's like 20.
They're blasting Kenny Chesney, or who did that fucking song? The fucking "We're gonna put a boot in your ass 'cause you're a fucking terrorist." Yeah, you know what we do. Red, white, and blue.
I think that was who you're saying it is.
Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, I think that was.
They just have that song. They have that song.
We're Americans and we don't like you because we're from America. Toby Keith.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Off his hit album. What album? Off his hit album Unleashed, and it's the worst album cover I think I've ever seen. It's a doghouse. You can't see it, but it's a doghouse, and it has Toby Keith superimposed over it. And it says Unleashed, and the gate's broken.
Do you want to
get this? Hold up.
Yeah,
this album cover makes even less sense. Hold on. There's no fence behind the doghouse.
Mm-hmm.
The dog isn't fenced in. Toby Keith is not fenced in. He could have just walked around that fucking fence.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking psycho. He just fucking ripped through it. Can you even see that? He just ripped fucking through it. There's no fucking... There's no fucking fence back there, dude. He just woke up with blood in his fucking eyes or something, like seeing red or something. I don't know.
Fucking album cover.
Oh, dude. I know exactly why he tore through that gate for no reason. He was thinking about like the troops fighting Al Qaeda.
Mm-hmm.
He was
like, "Fuck them, fuck them."
Yeah, he's like, "Fucking Saddam Hussein, god damn it, fucking." I hate Saddam Hussein.
Well, Shane, guess what? Guess what I was listening to on the radio today.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
I was listening to Lady Gaga's new song. Do you want to know the lyrics?
Yeah, what are the lyrics? Is it I'm never mind. Just read them to me.
369, damn you fine. Hoping she can sock it to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the window, to the wall, till the sweat drop down my balls. My balls.
Wait, does it actually say that?
Till all these bitches crawl. Till all skeet motherfucker. Till all skeet.
Are you serious?
Goddamn. Till all skeet motherfucker. Till all skeet goddamn. Shawty crunk, so fresh, so clean, so she can fuck that. That question been harassing me. In the mind, this bitch is fine. I done came to the club about 50-11 times. Now, can I play with yo panty line? The club owners say I need to calm down. Security guards gonna sweat me now. Inward. She says inward in this song. Drunk.
Like the N-word, or does she say like, you know?
I think she says the actual word. It's been a hot second.
Drunk, I hope she
then
does.
A motherfucker. Threaten me now. She getting crunk in the club. I mean she work it. And then I like to see the female twerking. Taking her clothes off. Fucking naked. ATL ho don't disrespect it. A pop yo pussy like this. 'Cause yin yang twins in this B-itch. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys with me. And we all like to see ass and titties. It's actually very punctual. I really like this lyrical scheme. Now, bring your ass over here, ho, and let me see you get low. If you want this thug, now take it to the flow, And if yo ass wanna act, you can keep yo ass where you're at. And then it repeats the entire next line and then entire next line. Now give me my dub back. Go and get your friend. Stupid bitch standing there while I'm drinking my hen. I'm surprised she drinks Hennessy.
I can see it.
Steady looking at me, still asking questions. Time's up, inward. Pass me another contestant. Ho, move to the left if you ain't 'bout 50. Done talk through 3 or 4 songs already. Looking at a inward with yo palm out. Bitch, I ain't even seen you dance. Twerk something, baby. Work something, baby. Poppin' pussy on the pole, do ya thing, baby. Slide down that bitch a little bit, then stop. And it continues the entire next minute with repeated lines.
Christ. 13-minute fucking song or something?
Exactly.
It's like a million fucking words.
Lady Gaga, I didn't know she had it in her to say the N-word so many times. It was quite impressive to hear on the radio.
Honestly, I hope she actually says it.
Honestly, I hope she said that shit. But that was my that was my bit.
We need like quicker lyrics on these songs, you know. Mortician,
Mm-hmm.
great death metal band. They have some very quick and easy to understand lyrics. No reading between the lines. We got "Drowned in Your Blood" by Mortician. Here are the lyrics: lying in the tub, need to spill your blood. Throats and wrists are slit. Now it's time for your death. Body slowly drains, pouring from the veins. Blood is rising high, covering your eyes, submerging your blood, filling up your lungs, clogging up your breath. Now you lie in death. The song is 1:44.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got to get back to basics here. And plus, I bet Kanye's new album is fucking 10 times better than whatever the fuck Lady Gaga just released. Just saying. That frickin' Heil Hitler song, like, amazing. Fantastic.
Does he really say it like 80 freaking times?
Yeah, no, I listened
Oh gosh.
to the song. He absolutely does.
He just says...
Yeah, he has a choir singing it.
Yeah. I know he did the visual album called Bully, which has one of his sons beating the shit out of pro wrestlers in the background. It's literally like 40 minutes of his son beating the shit out of pro wrestlers.
That's pretty crazy. That's do. Yeah, my son can beat anybody.
Just as long as
Remember how
as long as it's scripted.
You remember how, like, when he was running for president, how we were talking about it, and I came up with, like, a rap that he would release? Like, he'd drop a track right after, and he'd be like, I'm Kanye, I'm the president, to average, that's evident, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just, like that's, like, some straight-up Kanye bars right there if he became president. I don't think he will now, because he doesn't have Israel's support. But,
yeah. I know lately, friend of the show, the Rizzler, has betrayed friend of the show, the Costco guys.
Really? What did he do? Did he fucking pull a gun on him or something?
I guess his dad/agent has thrown him into several marketing sponsors and deals outside of the Costco guys.
And the Costco guys are mad?
Yeah.
Really? They're beefing with a fucking 10-year-old?
Just a little, yeah.
A bunch of fucking losers. I mean, I've already said it before. The Rizzler is like, he alphas those two motherfuckers in every way.
Yeah. The Rizzler was in The Sopranos, classic series with Tony Soprano.
Was he actually? Was the Rizzler actually?
No. They photoshopped him as Tony Jr.
He lied?
They photoshopped him as
lied?
Tony Jr.
Anthony Jr.?
Yeah. They photoshopped him in and he looked perfect for the part. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
shit. If only
He does have
Gandolfini was around another 20 years.
Right. I bet the Rizzler, if Gandolfini was still alive, the Rizzler probably would have met him by now.
I know. The Rizzler would have ate so much gabagoo with him, too.
Do you think James Gandolfini would do cameos as Tony Soprano?
He would fucking be on Kai Cenat's stream in the matter of like a day of existing.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
Guys, I got Tony Soprano on. I got Tony Soprano. And he points over at Gandolfini. Yeah. He does the fucking screaming. He does the fucking scream and points at Gandolfini, and he's just blushing. He's like super confused.
Yeah.
Ugh. Dude, Gandolfini on a fucking Shane Gillis special? Are you kidding? That would go so hard.
Yeah, I guarantee they probably would have by now if he was still I was gonna say something about James Gandolfini. Oh yeah, have you seen the video of him? Freaking paparazzi guy.
What was
filming him? Oh,
you were saying he like verbally berated him?
He threatened to kill the guy. Yeah. He got physical with him and shit. I think he put hands on the guy because he was like walking with his son Michael Gandolfini, famous from Many Saints in Newark. Yeah, I think he was like trick-or-treating with him or something in New York or something, and this guy was like taking film of Gandolfini, and he wasn't liking it, so he like fucking pushed the guy around and was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." He like went Tony Soprano mode on the guy. It's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
I guess what was it? Oh, I was walking back from an event I went to recently, back to the parking lot. And my brain activated like 4 neurons that haven't been activated in like 6 years. And I straight up went and stared at my friend. And I went, can you imagine like you wake up one day and the intro act is Pickle Chin Ah Boy? Like for some reason my brain connected all the dots to remember Pickle Chin Ah Boy. Yeah. And my friend was like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, you just had to be there, dude.
Yeah, you did just have to be there. That's a funny thing to say. Don't even explain that shit. Just
Pickle Chin Ah Boy, that guy's probably like our age now.
He probably is. I would be willing to bet.
He's probably like right out of Harvard or some shit. Just like the smartest boy in existence.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What did anything happen in the news? Oh yeah, there's a new false flag that in the news. So these Israeli, it was like I don't know, somebody yelled "Free Palestine" and killed a freaking Israeli diplomat. And
I did see it's like, that little part.
Yeah, like within minutes, I forget exactly what it was. I don't really care to look, but
they cut it off really quick.
Like the head of, I don't think it was the head of the FBI, but it was the head of some law enforcement thing, and the Attorney General Pam Bondi, classic Pam Bondi, loves Israel, totally isn't meddling in these file releases, these top secret file releases to remove Israel from any wrongdoing. But yeah, no, like that made no fucking sense to me why the Attorney General of all people would absolutely need to come down there to see this dead Israeli.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a new false flag that's happening, so that more, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so that more anti-Semitism like protection laws get passed, so that like basically you can't question like the Zionist Israeli political machine that currently exists in our country. And yeah, it's not looking good right now. Like
well,
if there's ever a time to take up arms, it would probably be now. I'm not saying do it.
Yeah, well,
legally speaking, I'm not saying do it.
Well,
but
technically, we could say that Hollywood was ahead of it by like 7 years with the whole Weinstein stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Weinstein stuff was just... I feel, well, there was stuff before Weinstein, but Weinstein I remember is the first very big one where you saw like a person with considerable power and pull in a what do we say? Let's call them Brazilians. Brazilian control industry. He was like the first guy to really be caught doing that, and then he fled to like was it him or someone else that fled to France?
And a different guy fled to France.
Okay.
But
So
they were connecting the dots that
Weinstein...
Weinstein and Woody Allen did a bunch of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And they were trying to cancel the shit out of both of them. But then one goober in the back went, but Woody Allen made a good movie like 3 times and he won a bunch of Oscars, so he's fine. So everybody just stacked onto Weinstein instead. But Woody Allen technically groomed and then married a girl. So I don't know how better that is in comparison.
Yeah. It's not. It's not at all.
Because he literally like technically adopted this lady when she was like 12.
Yeah, no, I know
And then she turned like 21 and he went, you want to be my wife now? Just straight up. It was really fucking weird.
Yeah. But I think the Weinstein stuff was the first big thing where it's like, oh, something weird's going on here. Then Epstein shit came out.
And then Dan Schneider stuff came out.
Well, yeah, the Dan Schneider stuff, obviously.
And then like pro wrestling got like all canceled.
I'm talking about big shit, like headline stuff that like everybody's gonna know about.
Yeah, like Diddy
stuff. You can ask anybody about Diddy and Epstein, and they'll know what you're talking about. But they might not know for maybe I don't want to say smaller stuff because it's all a big issue. But
I'm just saying
something that wasn't as televised.
I'm just saying the perceived anti-Semitism stuff that people are seeing is a mix of actual hate and other people saying, hey, these guys are being kind of gross with the power they got. Like Weinstein would be in that line.
Yeah, and pretty much like 91% of them, probably more, fucking that are in positions of power abuse the shit out of it, and they do it at the expense of the goy, you know, like they do it at our expense because we're goy and we're below them. You know,
but
it's mainly.
I'm not saying there should be a need. I'm not saying you should just act out because they are a certain way, but for a thing like Weinstein, is the way that he was treating people and the power he had over people.
Well, yeah, you straight up was basically committing like rape.
Yeah,
like blackmail rape.
Yeah,
shit.
Like that is far different than people just going out of their way to say, I fucking hate blank and I'm gonna kill blank to do it. Blah, 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 blah. Like there is a fine line between those two things is what I'm trying to get across for the podcast here.
Yeah. I know one thing is that ever since noticing and shit, it's like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders because it's no longer Democrat versus Republican shit for me. It's us versus them. And I you know, people are hesitant to take the pill on that, but it's so freeing when you finally like start looking into shit like that, you know, on the topic of you know, the Brazilians. And
you just have to do your research.
Once you notice a lot of stuff,
say something. That's the main thing. You know,
I'm just gonna say once you start noticing a lot of stuff, it doesn't stop. It stops becoming coincidence, and you're like, okay, something is wrong. Clearly wrong here.
Like the old stereotype. I think I mentioned this a couple podcasts ago. Is that they are all greedy. And that's not always the case. It's just the stereotype.
Yeah.
And then when they have a position of power, people try to glorify the stereotype. It's one of those.
Dude, I'll be honest. If fucking Israel just made their flag 5-ish, I probably would not hate Israel nearly as much as I do if they just made their flag 5-ish, you know?
Mhm.
I think that's their like best PR move right now is to do 5-ish.
All right.
Make 5-ish the president of Israel.
I got
Fuck
a different topic here. The NFL was trying to block a play called the tush push, where the
I've been hearing
entire
about this for
team,
months.
where the entire
I don't
team,
understand it.
the entire team tries to push the quarterback over the goal line or any sort of rushing section of a play. And if they get it proper, they get a first down or they get a touchdown. That's what they are trying to do with a tush push. The NFL, especially the Packers, because the Packers are pussies, were trying to block this play from existing because they said, oh, it hurts people. It hurts people. Oh, that's why Jason Kelce retired. So Jason Kelce came up and he was like, well, you named me in the fucking debate. I have to be here. And he said, I can run 80 tush pushes and never fucking get hurt. So fuck off. I retired because I just wanted to fucking retire. And you guys are trying to connect the dots that are not there.
Yeah.
And then
what it sounds like to me is that
yeah.
Green Bay and some of the other teams that are pushing back against the tush push, they just sound like they're bad at doing it.
Exactly.
And they're sore losers about it.
Exactly.
That's all it sounds like.
There's literally a replay of Jordan Love on the Packers trying to do a tush push, but they don't know the fundamental of having other players push the fucking quarterback. So he like slips into the O-line, and that counts as a tush push. And he doesn't get anywhere. He literally like slips, and that counts as a play.
Holy fuck.
That's how fucking bad the Packers are at a tush push. But it turned out that they needed 75% of the teams to vote for this play to be banned. And guess what? They were 2 teams off.
So it's not banned.
It was not banned. It was not banned. I need to quickly pull up.
Were the Browns for or against the tush push?
The Browns support the tush push.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So do the Titans.
Thank God. Shador Sanders, come on.
Let me try to find
Just
it.
a victory.
I'm trying to find it. A lot of these Instagram NFL people shared it, and I'm trying to refresh it until it's fucking there so I can list out the names. I might have to pull it up different. Hold on. I gotta search up tush push ruling and see what happens.
When I first heard about this, I was like, tush push? That sounds fucking gay.
Here are the 10 teams that supported the tush push play. The Eagles, the Ravens, the Browns, the Lions, the Jaguars, the Dolphins, the Patriots, the Saints, the Jets, the Titans. And you know what's fucking crazy? This is a connecting bit to it. The head coach of the Eagles, quote unquote, said, if you ban this, you're banning football.
What?
And then
I wouldn't go that far.
And then
I don't know about that.
And then the next day, the owner of the Colts passed away.
What does that have to do with this?
So people are making jokes saying that Nick Sirianni on the Eagles got the death note and wrote down 22 owners' names and he's waiting for them to die.
Oh my God.
He already took one of the 22. Who else is it gonna be?
He's putting out hits on these motherfuckers.
Well, it's Philadelphia. What else do you fucking do there?
Yeah, dude, Philly. Hey, that actually works because Philly mob was known for being pretty trigger happy back in the day.
It's kind of like Tommy Cutlets on the Giants. He has he has an agent who looks like a 1920s mobster. So there's a chance.
Yeah, I've seen that guy.
So there's a chance if Tommy Cutlets gets canned by the Giants, he'll just kill the Giants owner, and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, dude, he's walking around with fucking Albert Anastasia with him at all times. The fucking high executioner.
Got Tommy Two-Tone just strapped and ready to go. Man, yeah, the NFL is getting into this weird place where now, because of all these tariff things, they're not sure if they'll even do foreign games going forward after this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how the market will change on all that.
Is football considered one of our exports now as a country?
I guess so. Technically, any of our famous sports is an export when you think about it.
Yeah.
Including Tiger Woods in golf. If you have a Tiger Woods pair of cleats and you're in Germany, technically that's an American product. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Shit, what was I was going to say something about Tiger Woods. Now I can't remember.
Well, he did destroy his Achilles after getting in a car wreck that re-broke his knee. So he's not having a fun time.
Steel Panther has a song called Tiger Woods, and it's about like cheating on your wife and golfing, and like they basically just sing about Tiger Woods' like brutal divorce that he had that was super publicized.
Yeah,
they just sing about it. They made a song about it. It's a great song too. It's fucking lyrics are funny as shit, but the music there is like awesome. It's super good.
I don't like to press on it, but have you seen Tiger Woods' mugshot?
Mm-hmm.
Is it weird that he is more bald in the mugshot than he is now?
Dude, I should get a poster of that and put it up on the wall right here. Tiger Woods shot.
It's just because I was looking at the mugshot image, like, because some article brought it up for some reason. And then I see a picture of him like 2 months ago, and his hair is like completely different. So
probably got a hair transplant from Turkey.
Well, he is a multimillionaire, so he probably did do that. He was probably like, put my fucking arm hair there. I don't care.
Dude, speaking of Turkey, dude, I heard the funniest fact about Turkey ever, all right? This is real, 100% real. So, Turkey has DNA tests, like, outlawed. Like, you can't look at your family tree. You're not allowed to send your genetic data.
Are they all inbred? Is that why?
Well, what ended up happening, so I don't know if you're aware of this, the Greeks and the Turks, they're not buddies.
Yeah.
The Greeks invaded them and, like, fucking killed a bunch of them. And then they invaded Greece and enslaved and killed a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And they just really don't like each other. So when these DNA tests became popular, you know, Turkey was like, all right, yeah, whatever. So Turkish people started doing these DNA tests because they want to know how Turkish they are because, you know, national pride there is very important. A lot of people in Turkey found out that they were majority Greek, and they just started offing themselves, just dropping like flies, like straight up killing themselves. And the suicide rates got so high because of in Turkey that they had to outlaw DNA tests because the people of Turkey couldn't handle being.
That's wild. That's like if Ukraine banned DNA tests because of Russia descent.
But like, imagine if like, no, but like, you know, Americans like doing these DNA tests. Imagine if white Americans started doing that and they're like, oh my God, I'm 2% West Saharan. You know, like how fucking like in a very morbid, absurd way. That shit is hilarious to me because I learned about that turkey thing on a YouTube video, and it was just dropped on me randomly in the middle of the video, like, "Hey, fun fact." That shit was
fun fact.
That's
fun fact. My music joke that I did earlier, I came up with that today.
Oh yeah,
for the Lady Gaga thing.
Were you quite literally thinking about that all day? Like, oh my god, I can't wait to bust this.
Yeah, I was like in the coffee drive-through, and I'm like listening to Abracadabra or whatever the new song is, and my brain went, man, Lady Gaga's making music again. I need to do something here. And I will say, right as I started making the joke, I pulled up the lyrics. I didn't even think about which song. I just went, fuck it. I'll just search up Get Low and read it out.
Wow. I'll say this, and you're here as my witness. If Lady Gaga, if she can say the N-word on her new song, I can say it whenever I want. Mm-hmm. That's the new law I'm putting in.
Maybe that's how Trump gets the Republican vote. Like, gets a Republican vote for J.D. Vance. He comes up on stage and he goes, J.D. will make it legal and perfectly fine for every white man to say the N-word. It'll be in cursive writing and on the Bill of Rights because he's J.D. Vance. Maybe that's how J.D. Vance wins.
Yeah, I don't think J.D. Vance is going to, if he runs for president. I think he's going to lose pretty bad.
He's going to lose to some random guy from, like, South Dakota.
He'll lose to Bernie Sanders and AOC, I bet.
Oh, that is a mega team, but Bernie will also be, like, 100. So I don't know how well that'll work out.
Yeah, we do not need... Listen, Alexandria, I know you watch the show. We have a thing going on, but like, you're not fit to be president right now. I'm sorry, baby girl. But, hey, girl, sometimes that's just how it has to be, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't be the president, you know what I'm saying?
Just start rizzing up AOC on the pod. Yeah.
But like, nah, AOC, nah, I still think you cool though, girl. Come here, man. You valid, girl. Come here. Just because I said you can't be president, don't mean I don't want to fuck you. Like, come on, hey, come here, Alexandria, come here.
That's probably the drama they're doing on Streamer University right now.
Yeah, just like being really bad at getting pussy.
Yeah, that could be like a 5-hour stream for a guy. I'm gonna try to rizz up for like 6 women at the university and try to get laid.
Oh man,
they probably already wrote in like a bi rule or something that they can't flirt or start relationships at the university. It would have to be after all those streams.
Dude, have you? I'm just thinking because I was thinking about like if Kai Cenat saw two people like butt fucking on stream, how he'd react, and I was thinking about what his face would look like, and I'm immediately like, he'd look like Steve Harvey. And now I'm really thinking
he would look like
most of his reactions are just Steve Harvey reactions.
I don't know. He kind of gives off like if he saw something like that. I feel like he would do like a
Steve Harvey.
I feel like he would do like a Chris Tucker overreaction to it for some reason.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's my fucking opinion, man. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know anything about Kai Cenat except that we have a guy on the inside. Mm-hmm. We have our inside guy working for Kai Cenat, right?
And
which is true.
You know, it'd be crazy.
It's not a lie.
It'd be crazy if our guy on the inside started making like mobile videos of Kai while he's over there.
Yeah.
He pulls up his phone. Kai.
Yeah. He needs to show Kai the podcast, man. I think Kai Cenat would love our show.
I think Kai would enjoy our Guy on the Insides podcast.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Dude, can you imagine, like, that's his first guest? Is, like, his first super guest outside of our
his
friend
first
group?
celebrity guest.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Crazy work.
We'll have a celebrity guest on here someday. I just don't know who it'll be. And someday we will do it.
I don't know. There's like a 0.01% chance if I DM Bert on Twitter, we could get Bert in here.
We could get a lot of fish tank contestants on.
Yeah.
By a lot, I mean like at least 3 of them.
Yeah. Like there's a solid chance of getting like Jimmy in here too.
I talked to Jimmy about being on the show.
Yeah.
He said what did he say? He said he'd be okay to do it when he has more money.
Mm-hmm.
Because time is money. You got to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we could get Jimmy Crack Corn on the show. I wonder who else we could. We could definitely pull some people for this.
I still think we can pull Bert on here.
We probably could. I don't see why not.
That'd be really fucking cool, actually. I would just have to get around his schizo ramblings. I would just have to get around that.
We can ask him about the best ass he's fucked.
Oh,
we can ask him about gay. We can ask him gay stuff, dude. We can ask him a bunch of gay shit.
Can we throw Bert to do the intro immediately? And he's like, hi, welcome to the trenches, the Northwest Trenches podcast. Just like completely scared the entire intro.
If we did that,
it'd be really funny if we only book Bert for like 5 minutes of the pod.
Yeah.
And then he disappears and we have to cut it out. And we have to be like, yeah, that's the end of our rental on Bert. It was like $200 for 5 minutes, but it was fine. That would also
cool shit in this.
Maybe that's how we do it. We only have certain guests on for like a certain amount of time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the rules would be on that in my brain. I just think it'd be funny for Bert to do the intro spontaneously.
There would be a lot of people we know that would actually like kill to see that.
Yeah. Oh, I would like to speaking of Kai's, local over there Kai, I would not mind having him on.
Yeah, I would like to get him on the show also.
And I'm just relaying to it because I'm running out of topics again.
Yeah, no, I kind of am too. Let's see what the news has. Let's go. The news.
Let me quickly pull up my the Indy 500 is this weekend.
Warner's build memorial for couple. Okay, that has word Jewish in it. Can't say that one.
Oof.
Trump responds to concerns that speeding up nuclear approvals comes at what?
Oh man, you're getting all the clickbait titles.
Comes at. Come on.
Comes
at expense to.
Oh shit.
To what? Okay.
Let's see here.
That means nothing to me.
What the fuck?
Plane crashes in San Diego, killing 3. Cool.
Shane.
Yeah.
So one of the Google articles that I was just recommended says, "Who's hiding OnlyFans account? Type a name and instantly search for their OnlyFans."
No fucking way.
And it's Public Records Reviews as that article author.
Multiple people injured in knife attack at Hamburg train station. Wonder what that guy looked like that did that.
Dude, he's in Germany and he just stabs people at a train track?
Yeah.
That's fucking
you got to
crazy.
remember, Germany is currently getting the receiving end of the gates of Toledo right now. So
when you say gates of Toledo, I just think of Ohio.
yeah, I know. But no, that's something they talk about in the Talmud. It's about like basically I don't think I want to talk about this because this is very much going to get into like white nationalism.
Yeah, we're fine without
I'm
it.
not
We're
one of
fine without it.
those.
Let's go.
Yeah, we don't need
here.
to talk about that.
There's a new Doom out. I see that on the Xbox homepage here.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Well, I pay attention to video games anymore.
Doom: The Dark Ages. You wield a shield and a sword and fight dragons like Skyrim.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's $100 for the edition I just clicked on. Hold on.
What? Oh.
It is typically $70. That's not bad. It looks really fucking nice, actually. Like the graphical detail of it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It kind of feels like a Xbox One launch title where it's super gray looking and not fun. So hopefully it's not that, but it could be. Additionally, today is the premiere for Mission Impossible, the final super duper Mission Impossible movie. It is the 8th one, called The Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
And before that, it was A Dead Reckoning, Part 1. So I don't know where Part 2 is, but The Final Reckoning's out. So they never changed A Dead Reckoning's title. I think I've talked about this like 3 weeks in a row now. It's just really annoying. Can you imagine they call The Last Jedi Part 1, and then Rise of the Skywalker or whatever is called like The End of the Jedi instead? Like,
those movies are so trash. I'd rather die than watch those fucking movies again.
I'm okay with 7,
I was actually shit-talking those movies today. I was shit-talking those movies today on the job.
Uh-huh.
Rogue One's alright. I never watched it, but my uncle says it's really good. It's like a movie he watches like at least once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So it must be good if my uncle's watching it a bunch, because he's got good movie taste, I would say.
What's his opinion on Pulp Fiction?
I don't know. I haven't asked him. He likes Saving Private Ryan, because I remember we were talking about I forget what we were talking about, but I made like an analogy to like the Normandy beach landing scene, and he thought it was really funny, and we just started talking about Saving Private Ryan for like a half hour straight.
Does he like the Hurt Locker?
I don't know. I never asked him.
The Hurt Locker.
His favorite movie is
really
Back to the Future. His number one movie is Back to the Future. It's his favorite movie ever.
That's a strong number one.
Yeah, I mean, see, like, I don't know, the movie Stand By Me, and like I have like a bunch of like personal reasoning behind that, but like if somebody told me that Back to the Future is their favorite movie and it's just because they like the movie, because that's why my uncle likes it, I would honestly be like, yeah, that's valid. You know.
For me, if I remember the NEGA cast, the Nega cast, we had such a long recording where we even went into like top 5 movies. I put Attack of the Clones in there. That's the thing that still sticks out really like a sore thumb. But it's just the way it is like my favorite Star Wars movie. I remember going on so many road trips with this movie and seeing it over and over and over, seeing Camino, seeing Geonosis, seeing Coruscant, seeing Anakin Skywalker not be a kid. Those were all positives to that movie.
My favorite is always going to be episode 4, even though that's like probably the most boring one out of like the good movies. But it's the same thing for me, because I remember like for like Christmas or my birthday, I got all of the Star Wars movies on DVD because I freaking loved them.
Good one.
Yeah, and episode 4, I would always put it on to go to sleep. Because I always found like the opening shot with like Princess Leia's ship and then the Star Destroyer chasing it.
Yeah.
Like that opening scene is just so like, for some reason it was just relaxing to me as a kid. But I would just end up watching the rest of the movie because I was like, oh man, Darth Vader and fucking Obi-Wan's in this movie and all that type of shit.
For me, it's I don't know, maybe we should set aside a supplemental time to record like a Star Wars tier list.
Yeah, we can do the Star Wars tier list.
Yeah, we do a Northwest Trenches super special, Star Wars special.
Yeah, we can do we'll call it Northwest Trenches Mix Up, and it'll be an actual video instead of just us yapping for upwards of an hour.
Well, I don't know if we could just call it yapping if like I want to say like at least 30% is actually good stuff, Yeah. Like
no,
you just have to find it in the middle.
I just say as a passing thing, Because personally I've said this on the show, I find podcasting to be like one of the lowest forms of like content, making content, but like I still enjoy doing this show because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it. I don't really care about any like further implications from there. I don't give a shit. But like overall, like I don't know. There's some shit podcasts out there worse than this one. I'll tell you what.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think last week's podcast might have been my favorite. I'll say it again since your headset was off.
No, I heard you. I don't know if I would say that one's my favorite, but we definitely cooked pretty hard. That one we cooked.
If you saw the background I used, it was a Stone Cold Steve Austin T-shirt where there are 2 vipers as his hands, or 2 rattlesnakes. And I made it an off angle. And then I made it like lower opacity, and it looks so fucking cool. It looks so good as the background.
Yeah, I agree.
And I liked all the topics we had on that one. And I like this one as long as we've been recording it, including the allergies intro here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just been. It feels like mentally I've been in like a block when it comes to the pod, but I feel like I've been doing better recently on that, but I still have to deal with this stupid sinus bullshit. So it's But if you enjoyed this week's Northwest Trenches podcast, and you like us being kind of, sort of, retrospective, kind of, sort of, please make sure to watch next week and the week after and the week after, as long as we're doing it. And have a nice one.
Yeah, peace out, homies.